saying that you were going to spill the beans about Heidi Cruz. You retweeted an unflattering picture of her next to a picture of your wife.
I thought it was a nice picture of Heidi. I thought it was fine.
Come on.
I thought it was fine. She's a pretty woman.
You're running for president of the United States.
Excuse me. I didn't start it.
Oh, but
I didn't start it.
But, sir, with all due respect, that's the argument of a 5-year-old.
I didn't start it. No, it's not.
The argument of a 5-year-old is he started it.
You would say that. That's the problem with our country.
Every parent knows a kid who says he started it.
Excuse me. No. That's the problem.
Now, I could vaguely remember me saying he started it, but we could turn to someone who's a lot younger than me and may be able to remember vividly saying he started it or she started it. As we welcome back Juliette Turner, she's National Youth Director for Constituting America, author of 3 great books, including her latest, That's Not Hay in My Hair, all about her journey from New York back to Texas, and the daughter, of course, of actress and author Janine Turner. Hello, Juliette.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yeah, good to talk to you again. So I know you don't like to get political as far as endorsements or who you favor or what your political persuasion is, but when you talk to the folks that you hang with and you're in high school, a senior in high school, when they see this, I mean, do they agree that this whole campaign is childish? Does it turn them off? Are they interested? Do they view it as a reality show? What are you finding?
Well, I think it's kind of just politics as usual. You know, some people are saying, oh, it's unprecedented that we have these candidates attacking each other in such a way. But I did a lot of research for my second book, Our Presidents Rock, and really this isn't unprecedented, unfortunately. I mean, you can look all the way back to the election between John Quincy Adams and Andrew Jackson and how they attacked each other. John Quincy Adams attacked Andrew Jackson's wife in their marriage and said it was an illegitimate marriage because she technically wasn't divorced first. And then Andrew Jackson said, oh, but John Quincy Adams was, he was a pimp for the Russian prime minister and things like that. And none of it was really based in any fact, but it was such a brutal election that people came away with the feeling that we have today of, what is this? Is this how we want to run our country? Is this politics as usual? And I think that's what my generation is wanting to change. But we can't judge candidates really by the primaries, I feel, because we see this over and over again, and especially in the Republican side, we always see the candidates going against other Republican candidates, and by the time we get to the general election, we're just demolished. Whereas if you look at what Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders are doing, they're barely attacking each other. Hillary Clinton really has yet to say anything truly negative about Bernie Sanders. And so I think that's why a lot of my generation is resonating with the Democrat side more, because there's less attacking on the candidates.
Yeah, and it's been 2 candidates basically, which maybe makes it a lot easier not to attack. Although lately Hillary's been complaining about Sanders. But let me ask you this also, as far as Hillary, and you're in Texas, but we are dealing with a younger crowd, so they tend to be more liberal, as you probably are well aware.
Yes.
What about the woman factor? I mean, do you find that your female friends and acquaintances, or people you come in contact with on your many travels and lectures and tours, are they excited about the prospect of a woman, and does that translate to Hillary?
Well, there's always excitement when we see women stepping to the forefront. Unfortunately, there are not enough women in politics. But I think it's rather demeaning when people say, are you going to vote for Hillary just because she's a woman? Because, I'm not going to go up to you and say, are you going to vote for Ted Cruz just because he's a man? It's not about that. As women, we're able to make decisions based on policies and what the candidate stands for. And if she happens to be a woman, then that's great. But if not, if it's a man who stands with our ideologies, then we'll vote for him. Because we want more than just a face to a name. We want someone who can actually bring change and bring women to the same status as men in this nation. But we do need more women in politics, I believe. But among my generation, we're looking more for ideas instead of gender.
So when are you running for office? I mean, you are. I mean, anybody watching this, and this isn't to patronize you in any way, shape, or form, but anybody listening to you and not seeing you and not knowing your age would say, all right, this is an adult who could very well knows what she's talking about and could very well run for office. Do you have political aspirations one day?
Well, right now I'm just running in the college admittance rate. That's what I'm doing right now. But I do hope to serve my nation in the political field one day, hopefully. But I want to do so to help my nation, not just to enter politics and to bring our nation back to constitutional principles and to how our government is supposed to be run.
Right. And where could folks find out more about constituting America?
Absolutely. Well, you can go to constitutingamerica.org. That's where you have all the information. Or my website, julietteturner.net, or my mom's website, or just Google Constituting America.
Yeah.
We have some great stuff there.
And of course, the book, very good read. We talked about it about a month ago. That's Not Hay in My Hair, all about Juliette and her family and headed back to Texas from the streets of New York, the mean streets of New York. Juliette, great to talk to you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Give Me Five is coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, as we focus in on Hillary and her nonsense on abortion.